what's the purpose of living? Girls have their first love. They love somebody and they have a broken heart. They cry. It's better to die than to live. Yeah, women that speak that way. This is life. What's it all about? But in reality, what really takes place here, I explained it before. I'll explain it again. I spoke really at the blacks naming it a girl, they named Kiddush. And I said a very important piece from the Chafetz Chaim, but I want to repeat it here a little bit, little different. And the key word there was Kach Tzorech Lios. You have to remember those words. Kach. So this is how it's supposed to be. What's the Derech HaTorah? The Derech HaTorah Neilei Boy Shuva Mayim. We're going to go the way of the Torah. What's the way of the Torah? Well, a lot of people think the way of the Torah. I mean, the real way of the Torah should be at the end. If you have the blessing, you get a blessing in this world, and the next world you have learning Torah, and you also have Olam Hazeh. You can get both. You really can get both. But not many people are zocha to both worlds. This world of pleasures and success, and the next world of learning Torah and mitzvahs. Some people get it, some people don't. But the normal way of the Derech HaTorah is that the normal way is you can get both. There's a lot of rabbis that got both. But the way of the Torah is it's either Olam Hazeh or Olam Haba. You have to make your choice. You make your choice, Olam Haba, which means the mitzvahs in the Torah. And if Hashem, whatever He sends you, you're happy with, more or less, you manage. Some get blessed, some get more. Today's world, in the world I've seen, I've gone to Toronto, they have Olam Hazeh. The words of the Torah have these big houses and mansions and limousines and chauffeurs and everything else. Multi-millionaires learning Torah, Yom Halayla. But they got both, Olam Hazeh, Olam Haba. I answer because you know the Masmidim. They can't live otherwise. Hashem wants them to learn, to have schusim, so Hashem has to give them the money to learn. And we always find out that their grandparents, great-grandparents were big tzaddikim, so they get paid off. If there wouldn't be money, I said, who knows what would happen if they learn that one. But that's how the world is today. To learn, they need comforts, luxury. And I'll say, you shouldn't have good things. Nobody says you're not supposed to have good things, but at what price? At what price? Giving up the Torah. Can you have both worlds? You could have both worlds, but you don't strive for both worlds. You have to make your decision first. Torah. Hashem sends you to the world. The goodness of this world. Now, the world is Kach Tzorech Lios. This is how it has to be. The way of the Torah, you have aniyas, you have poverty, you have problems. But at the end, you have happiness and simcha. You have real joy. Not because He wants it, that's how Hashem wants it. The pasuk that I quoted was a pasuk, Koreh Hashem L'Nishbei. The Almighty is close to those who have a broken heart. So if He's close to you, so why does He give you a broken heart? Make it better. Because you're a poor guy, and He loves your prayers more, and you pray more, so He keeps on making you poor and always these problems. And they're rich, and one big deal, they make all their money. That's the story. You got to read the Chafetz Chaim. I read it. I told you over the story. I'll tell you the story here. Those that didn't hear it. But why is Hashem? If He loves me, why does He cause all these problems? And the other person He doesn't love, and He gives one dude all the money, one deal, all the world, easy, quick, fast. How come? But the answer is, that's the way it is. And your job is to select Torah and work according. Which comes out like this. That. I'm going to go through the stories here. I just want to get you the general topic in mind and the general rule and get to the particulars. If you look at the world as it is, it's insane. You ask anybody who's spiritual, that's how the world is insane. That's how the world is. It's insane. And there's imbalances, all kinds of problems in the world. In every society, not talking about religious and Jewish, throughout the whole world. And if you look at the world, it's very depressing. And everybody's saying, what's happening with the world? And they talk about the ecology of the world, and it means the good air and what's going to happen, and they're destroying the air and destroying this. And yes, people, they're all involved in things of how to make the world a better world. They look at the world is terrible, they feel it's bad, depressing, and out. Today, you're in society, even in high society, we're in this place, and they all joke around, but they're very careful about the glasses. They don't all need more glasses from the house. They all have paper cups, fancy paper cups. They're afraid of AIDS. They're afraid of it in good homes. They give you today. If you go to a home today, you'll see these fancy plastic dishes. You think they don't anymore? They do. They put it. Make sure they sterilize the whole thing. They have these dishwashers that sterilize on high temperatures. Because the world is afraid. The world has fears. Things change. Because they know what's going on in the world. Things have changed and moved a little bit. So it's not exactly the most exciting world. A lot of people, instead of drinking in the public pubs, more whiskey is sold, more this is sold. People drink in their homes, their friends drinking. It's close society, but it's all the same whether one drinks a lot one way or a little bit the other way. I mean, it's the same type of life. Everybody knows the business. Who knows how business today? They have money tomorrow. They have fears what will happen, especially after the stock market went down. They don't trust anything. They don't feel anything. They have no real securities. Everybody talks nicely, but down deep, most people are insecure. So they ask them, what is the life? What's happening? So everybody says, no, it's better. Who says it's better? So people hate life, hate living. They have these people who believe in faith healing, everything is good and positive, sweet. But everybody knows those type of people are out of this world. The dreamers, they talk nice and sweet. If you have nothing, so you enjoy what you have, why not? Whatever you have. But those who have, who talk that way, are in a sense, it's not a realistic position. They talk positive, think positively. They try to make the best they can out of happiness. But down deep they know, push and shove. And really it's Chazal's that if you take the world as it is, even the judgments of the world, what's happening, there's always hardships and all kinds of problems. So, if you get stuck into the world, as you read the 3 cases here, which we read already, which I'll read again. One guy jumps off the roof. The other one, the guy says, listen, if I die, it's better dying than living. He says, I'd rather have you live and have a living death. You know what I mean? So he gave him the punishment of a living death. And the other one, the third one, he saw things, people don't listen to him, so somehow he does left and he said, forget about it. Okay. So then it sounds depressing. But the answer is that's the way of the world. So how do the religious people answer it? So we have to say, Kachtet is the way of the world, if you follow the world. If the world, and you're interested in physical things in the world, and your physical pleasures, and your immediate now, so maybe you get your now this minute and you lose later on. But if you talk about the world is only a stepping stone to the next one, and the Almighty judges you on your spiritual deeds, and the things, you say, this is how it's supposed to be, this is my test. So you take your life, your Gilgulim, if you believe in Gilgulim, whatever it may be, and you change everything. And this is the Bala Musa. What is B'diavad L'chatchila? B'diavad means if this is what it is, you say, well, I fell into this, okay, do the best I can. It's not the best. God puts you, the Musa is B'diavad is L'chatchila. What God puts you in a B'diavad situation is your L'chatchila. God selects you this way. If you take your situation and turn it around in a positive way, and think why, how will you get Olam Haba for what mitzvahs you can have, spiritual things you get out of it, so you grow. And you grow spiritually, you have everything. Hi, there's tough tests, so there's tough tests, huh? Of course you try to improve your physical condition. Nobody says you have to live bedochag, you have to live in poverty, all the problems, all kinds of difficulties. Nobody says that. You try to improve your physical, but that's not the main. If giving up the physical means losing your spiritual, so what is it? But you have to know kach. And therefore, the world is crazy. That's how it is. And people are ups and downs. That's the reality. Now we have a problem with Arabs. We know it comes from God. We have to make the best decision, but it has to be that we gain from it spiritually. We still have to learn. And say we're in Europe and the Russians are coming, or the Germans are coming, or pogroms are coming. The Jews always had problems. Or in America you have the blacks. And then you have in France. Who knows what you got? All kinds of problems. Neo-Nazis. What else have you got? There's all kinds of problems. And also say, I was in Boston. I was there 20 years ago. And there was this a rapist who was running through. I would ring the bells. Nobody would open the doors. Everyone was in their house locked up. America, Boston, 20 years. Nobody would open the door.
It was the Strangler. Yeah.
The Strangler. I mean, that was another one. That was, 10 years ago, 8 years ago. But it was in Boston. The guy, I don't know what it was. I went to ring the bell. Never forget the story. Rich home there till I got into the gate, till I got in, rang the bell. Nobody answered. The woman happened to peek out. So a guy with a beard. She put her hand, oh, yes, what do you want? Oh yeah, okay. I can't open the door. I'm afraid if you would open the doors, it's everything. Everything's with who knows those days. That's what people are afraid.
In the wax museums, they make a model of him.
Okay, well, could be. He's a hero. Who knows? The world's all mixed up. It grows crazy. A guy that kills somebody is a hero, but that's not the point. The point is terrible fears in the world. Don't think that's so. The man who's rich is afraid. In Italy, if you're rich, you're afraid you'll be kidnapped. There's all kinds of things happening. That's right. They're afraid of their kids. They have guards all day long. There's Jewish organizations who come from Israel. If the Israelis are supposed to be the strong ones, they make loads of money. Protection agencies. The Israelis have protection agencies. They do.
Even the Arabs themselves are afraid of others from, that are higher up. That if they don't go along with what everybody says they have to do, they're going to get
That's right. I met Arabs, but that's not the point. The point is the world is not safe anywhere. Anybody who flies is afraid to fly already. Most of the rich people don't come to Israel anymore. Why should I get into trouble? I'm trying to go to the Bahamas. I'll send my money. I'll send my money. I don't want to go myself visit. They go to Hawaii. They go to Bahamas. They're not interested anymore going to Israel. Israeli tourism is not why. Not that they don't love Israel. A rich man said, look, I earn my money. I'll be in Jerusalem. I don't have to put myself in any danger. I'm first. So let me find ways. And most people's homes today don't even live in them. They're afraid. They're afraid of being robbed and stolen, etc. What good is the jewelry they have today? What good is the diamonds? Most of it's in the vaults. Most people's money and jewelry are in vaults. What good is the woman's jewelry she can't wear? And when she wears it's fully insured. And they make sure that's why when Reagan got into power, it was the greatest thing in the world. All the women could come and show their jewelry. So that Rolls Royces coming and people flew in there to show their jewelry and their dresses. And what? The greatest thing for women. Otherwise, what are they doing? What are they doing? They have jewelry. Well, there's a problem. People have jewelry. What to do with their jewelry? What to do with their furniture? Your mother, what you do with nothing? You make a little noise, ding, ding. What?
She babysits it.
and that's right. And that's a real problem. How naughty you get if they can live with it and feel proud and show. No, at the end, it doesn't turn out. And the world is full of fears. It's full of fears. So why do you think? Who enjoys the world? People have kids. How many kids turn out healthy and positive? How many people speak to their children and their grandchildren? Not so simple. The world is not full of pluses. How many people have divorces and second marriages and third marriages and the kids come broken homes? Everybody got a peck a little. So why do you think everything in the world is good and kills wonderful? People with all the diseases and problems, all kinds of people. So when it comes down, people hate life. Cancer is a form of people hating life, hating themselves. I mean, come anywhere, but that's what the psychologists say. Whatever it is, makes no difference. But the thing is, you have to think positive. Who's enjoying life? Who's excited about life? You do the best you're excited. When your husband comes home, a little this, a little that, hello, I love you. Who knows what it is? But again, what excitement is? It's a dream world. It's a fantasy. The little pleasure you get. Is it worth it all, you say? You add up the love, and you add up this and that. And you come at the end, sour grapes and living. So those who are more positive make the best of the situation. Okay. Who says they're happy? Who says anybody's happy? See, they make fun, they drink, they this, and that. They're running. It's not simple, yes.
I want to know if we should, what's the thing with the children? Should we shield them from this? Or tell them, I'll tell you why I was asking.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing happened, like my kid wanted to know when he gets into bed at night, he's scared sometimes about the dark and everything. So I didn't want to say, don't worry, Hashem will make nothing bad happen. It's not true. I said, Hashem will only make whatever will happen from Hashem is the best thing that could happen. And sometimes somebody's a little bit dirty, and Hashem will clean him. I didn't want to say exactly what I meant by it, but I hoped he took the hint. But I mean, what can I tell him? I can't promise you'll get up in the morning, you can daven, and hopefully Hashem will have Rahmanas on you. Everybody's supposed to do that.
We do. One second. I don't know if that's the right attitude either. We say Hamapil at night. Hamapil means what?
We shouldn't have bad dreams. And
No. You're giving your heart to God, and you expect to get it back.
You expect it. You don't know for sure.
No, He'll give your heart back to you. Most people don't die in their sleep until they're old. Little kids don't die in their sleep. That's for sure. No, they.
Oh, really?
They give you nightmares.
But they say it's right. It just
Maybe you'll have nightmares.
it maybe something can happen to the child. I don't know. But basically, you have to train the kids. You give your heart to God. God takes care. That's what we say in the Mapia.
But it's true.
And that's the most important thing. That's why people have trouble with sleeping. People sleep because they're tired and they're exhausted. Jewish people sleep is because tomorrow's a new day and you want to give your heart to God to rejuvenate and get your strength for the next day. You give it over willfully, not tiredly and exhausting and nothing else to do. And life already, and the kids want to stay up and like there's always a missing life. Missing movies, wife, children, parents, who knows what. They give it up because tomorrow's a new day. It's one day. I give my heart to God, my soul, replenish and give it back tomorrow morning. With energy to learn. We believe in the daytime to do that. Somebody just called me up there. If you come, we'll go tonight. I said, no. Tomorrow, Kitov, in the daytime, Kitov, don't leave your house until the morning. Kitov. Because we believe the Goyim, they start the day from the morning. And then they live the day, and they prepare the money for the day to drink at night and have znus at night and titles at night. And the night is the end of the day. So the whole life is the fun time at the end, and they'll go into oblivion and forget about it. The Jewish people, the other way, the night is the preparation to have energy for the day. And when the day comes, you have to live life, however life is, with the problem this, but that's from Hashem to work on your midos, to grow better, to enjoy we enjoy day, not night.
I was also wondering about this in terms of the Arab.
It's Yitzchak and the Botzer.
I was also wondering in terms of the Arabs. Like
You better tell Yisra not to walk around too much. He has the high adventure. His father doesn't.
Maybe I was also wondering in terms of the Arabs also what to explain to the kids. Like, will they do something to us?
Oh yeah, you got it. My kid, my grandchildren asked me, "What is Arabs throw stones, don't they? What do they throw stones?" I said, "Look, Kol Yaakov Yadayim De'esav." I said, "Look, Arabs throw stones. They don't have toys. We have toys. We play. They don't have toys."
So
But anyway,
you kind of fool them.
Yeah, look, they can't have fear. They have to know these are Arabs, these are Jews. You gotta know these are Jews. There's Jews and Goyim. You gotta tell them there's Jews and there's Goyim. Jews learn Torah. Arabs, they don't learn Torah. They fight.
Yeah, but why do you have to be careful and don't go too far?
Because they're bad. They don't learn Torah. We do Torah.
They might do something to them.
They can hurt you. Bad boys hurt. Bad boys with stones throw stones. We don't throw stones. We're good. We learn Torah. It's simple.
Yeah, but they would never make a difference.
You have to know. I don't say that kids can't learn to defend them, but that's another story. He has an Arab problem. So we have bitachon, we learn Torah, and Hashem will help us. That's the only way. Look, in Europe, look, that's what happened. You have kehillas were destroyed. So you have Germans. You had the Christians from the Inquisition. You had pogroms. We had all these problems, and then we had the Romans. But then we had all these problems. Jews always have problems. First time we have problems. First time we ever had in the world. In history, our answer is what? Learn Torah, do your mitzvahs, be quality, and that's all. It's up to God. If whatever happens, happens. If He takes away the person and keeps the person, it's up to God, Hashem. You got to do your job, and you get rewarded in the next world.
There's not a place to remove yourself from a kamsakana at a certain point?
There is a point. I asked the Gedolim about the problem. I asked Rav Son, I asked Rav Brady. And it's a shayla. You have to know what to do. Meanwhile, we're thinking about it. We're talking about it. Look, Sakoni says, look, take these houses and move them to Yerushalayim. I thought they move them both, bring them over.
Right.
That's what he said.
The kapli, like you say in Hebrew. The kapli with the light.
Yeah, but I'm not worried. The Sakona to me is not as great as yet. I don't see it yet. I do believe you have to watch yourself, take care. I'm thinking of other ideas. But the real Sakona is other Sakona. If everything's comes from God. Our tikkun first has to be spiritual. Make sure there's no chilul Shabbos here. Got to make sure it is positive. Not only chilul Shabbos, it's positive, good things here. In other words, that people are not looking at televisions and wasting their life and fighting your husband and wife. What are they doing? They're together learning Torah, positive. Do good mitzvahs. Hachnasas orach and biko. Do the positive things, and then do the good, great things. And when you improve yourself spiritually, then Hashem protects. Then Hashem changes the world. Look, everything comes from God. Okay? When the Germans came, what happened? And when the pogroms came, what was there? The Jewish people were decadent. They didn't come by itself. Why did Hashem send these people? Read this. The Jews in Germany. What is it going to do in Poland? Who knows what their problem was? Maybe they weren't doing Lishmor. Who knows? We know why the Romans came. Romans came because no Abbas Achim, they're Sinas Chinam, who knows what's happening. So you have to work on your midos. The Avon, that's what I was trying to say the other night, that you have to have 6 people with 1 talent, learning the time. Everyone has to share and everyone has to grow spiritually. You have a community. This can be a very spiritual community in Hashem's eyes. That's what you got to make yourselves. Grab the opportunity and grow. What else you have? Life is only a time everybody has to go. God gives certain time to everybody. Who knows what time anybody has? Nobody lives forever. And if you do, he takes you. Who knows took Eliyahu to? No, who knows where is Eliyahu? He's around. Who knows? At a space of time. Meanwhile, you're here. Most people leave the world at 120 years. So you make the most you can. Nobody lives forever. Who's going to live forever here? Who thinks going to live? So you make the most of your time with spiritual things you do. To hold on to life for what? For life's sake? What are you doing in your life? How are you living your life now? How are you doing spiritual things? How is your husband learning Torah? Are you helping your children grow? You're working on children's midos. You're working on your husband's midos. What's happening? That's the whole story. You have shalom bayis. Now you're working on yourself. You're fetching, complaining. What are you doing? So where do you get your mitzvahs? You say, I'll run to America, I'll run here. So what do you got? You go there, what do you get? Nothing. So you have physical, spiritual benefits. So what? What do you get out of it? Are you doing something that you could be proud of and great about? What's in which matzah? What's if you're in a concentration camp and there you have giborim and you daven with your heart? Maybe it's the first time you ever daven in your life. Who knows when you'll daven? Who knows when you'll daven? Why does God have to put troubles to have fear? Like the story with Aryeh. The guy said, if somebody will help me, I'll do tshuva. Somebody help us, I'll do tshuva. Why do you have to have the negative forces to do tshuva? Have the positive forces. You have the positive time, so now's the time to do positive things. So if you look at life, you know, everybody's talking. If you look at life, if you look at life on the positive sense, in the sense that it's an opportunity, an amatz of situation to pass the test, to grow, and just how it's supposed to be, so you win. You come out strong. You have a house. You have a house. I talk to my son Aaron. You know what I mean? If you look at the end, what do you look for? Come even your houses. We have a sign: "Be it ever so humble, there's no place like home." Be it ever so humble, there's no place. What is a home? It can be dirty, it can be filthy, junk all over. A home is what? Love. The love of the mother and the father, whatever it is. It has nothing to do with a home. You picture a home with a swimming pool and a little big maze. That's a home. That's what it's a home. But that's not the home that the kids are looking for. They're looking for the one where they can have a little niche. Even not their niche, even they fight over. That's their home. That's their home. That's their base. And that's what you got to know. That's the real thing. And that's what you have to build as women, to build your children up and your community up, to be spiritual and pass by these tests. That's all it is. So these people who kill themselves and die, they're right. If you take the world on a physical level, the world is run. What do you get out of it? How much, at the end of the time, how much, I would say, sex you got, how much pleasure you got, how much food you ate, that's worth the life of all the suffering and all the problems. And even your children, how much you got, who knows, that's worth all of that. So you got to say, no, it must be. So therefore, yes. And then otherwise you'll be empty, you'll be nothing. If you didn't have children, where you'd be zero, you'd be lost. Huh? Holding on to something in life, an extension of yourself, that live. When in a sense it's a fault in yourself, rather than the positive, I brought into the world a child that's one more Torah. You say, I brought a child, because otherwise I'll be empty. Where am I? Who's going to talk to me when I get older? I won't have, who's going to continue? What am I going to do all day long? If I didn't have children, I'll do all day long. I'll go crazy, I'll be bored. So I got to have children, I got to do this. It's not on the positive sense. It's a negative sense. We should look what I got, so many children. Look what I'm doing, it keeps you know what I mean? Or maybe one of the kids will be great, but it's only a b'diavad position of what your position is. It's not like chatchila that you have a child, I'll bring another. Excuse me. How they see the world, who is the world, I have ideas how to help you not to miss the world, to see the world. But just watching television programs and bad things that cause them, they come to school not to study and all whacked up and all, that's crazy what the girls feel. I'm missing out life. I'm missing out life. The girls have to feel they want to marry a bentar and that's the only one in life. Well, how will I make a living for my husband? That's the problem. What husband are you going to marry? That's going to look at you, what are you going to make a living? Is she going to marry you because you're a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer? Who knows? That's why the guy will marry you. Who marries a girl who teaches, learns Torah, whose husband is a doctor, lawyer, whose wife is a doctor, lawyer? I mean, no, a Ben Torah marries a Bas Torah. Main thing is Torah. This, that. It's a different world. So you have to know one thing clear. You have to get your goal. Torah is life and death. And you got to figure out how are you going to raise those kids to be the right way. You have to see that they have shiurim here, they have activities. The kids are run wild, loose. And the women have to go and take the brunt. And these are your kids. Because again, the child does good, the husband's rewarded. The child does bad, the wife gets punished and holler at. Remember that. The women don't. That's the law of Sanisha. That's how it works. So you got to figure out ways getting your kids together. See a teacher. When nobody says here, nobody, I don't know the problem. You have to have an image here. You have to have a teacher. Who's going to teach those kids? Who's going to grab those little girls? Who's going to see there's play things to do? Well, I don't have things. I don't do with things. It's energy of the women to get together. The men aren't going to do anything. The energy of the women to get the kids, to make the tone, to make sure they learn, make sure there's books, make sure they study, learn how to read. Get your kids to reading habit. Learn to read, learn to enjoy reading, learn to read Torah. And you have to find ways. There's enough women here who know enough, who are advanced enough, who care enough, who can do the work. Don't expect, well, we'll go to the Mordechai. I want my child to learn tap dancing and ballet, and that's very nice. I'm not against it. I send my kids. But the difference is, they didn't lose out. We always made fun and laughed at it anyway. But I don't say no, but at what price and what stress in the home? And how much Mesiras Nefesh for a program and all these type of things. And there's a balance. If you don't get the right balance, you don't push your kids for Torah, you have nothing. And don't think because once you get them on the road, it's enough. When I come home, my kids are there, even though they had to learn. I don't push them another push, then I don't have. You don't have anything. It's always constant pushing, constant, again, motivating and growing. It's not there. Sure, they'll do it on their own, but how much more so if the parents will push? The chance, you have to grab your own kids and make it. Grab your husbands. That's what's very simple. I'm happy about the Yeshiva. I'm proud of it. I wish I could talk a little more, but I got around. Otherwise I'll lose my little. I can't help the world and not help my own kids. Because then they say, look, Rabbi, where are you? Look at your kids. That's how I got to take care of it. The same thing you got to do for your kids. And don't say not so. And you have to mirror what Chazal said you have to do. You have to grab your kids and the chaydim, and you have to increase yourself, the quality of the learning, the quality of, when they have free time. They shouldn't have free time at Yeshiva to run slow. You have to see it pays that we get somebody and women rotation to teach the kids to organize the play, to organize the women don't know how to do things, the kids to keep them busy with arts and crafts, etc., etc. Or to get them with Torah or main thing learning, or get them involved with more learning and more learning.
What age do you start?
Well, you gotta see yourself. There's a certain age, no matter what you tell the kid doesn't do. And then there's another stage when they start listening. When they start learning to listen, you see they can sit. You gotta start slowly sitting and moving. You gotta get to move them. And each woman here is smart enough to grab the kids. So it's your children, you have other people, you gotta get together, groups together, to get those kids stimulated to learn Torah. You gotta mechanech your kids to say a bracha before, or another person to say a bracha, to say thank you. That's derech, that's called derech haret. But it's more than that. You have to talk about Hashem, gotta give praise to everyone. Oh, you're at not how pretty you look, and how beautiful you are. It's, oh, you're tzanua, that's nice. I see you kiss the mezuzah, you're a religious girl, you love Hashem, you love Torah. Yeah, what are you stressing in your home? Beauty for the little girls. I don't say they shouldn't look nice. What are you stressing? What is the mother pushing? What is that? Of course you have to be neat and clean. What is it not? Yes.
You're just saying though that after they come home from school, that they can't have time to play.
You can have to play, but you have to have also organized play. These kids run loose. I don't say let them run loose. Let them run loose. But you gotta know, if you want your kids to run loose, so let them run loose. But at a certain time, they gotta start studying. They gotta get into the.
So they can also have the time to play.
I don't say not to play, but what are they playing? Gun, boom, boom. What are they playing? I don't know what they're playing. No, jump rope is wonderful. But again, make it.
Isn't there
Now,
good where there's places not organized where they can test themselves, or else they'll never know themselves where they're holding. Like, he was not around, I was not around. Are we still doing an okay play and nobody's watching us? Like, that's their type of
Okay, that's what they have to do. I want to tell you, there's a problem. The parents are one way, the kids are another way. Do what I said. Okay, that's a problem here. There is a gap between the parents and the children. But in a certain sense, there's a certain demand that society and our group has to demand to the people. We have to do it. We have to go forward. So I have to run. And I feel very positive, very happy about the issue. I feel good about you girls. I feel things are growing. I see the kids are growing. And you just need more of it and you need more quality. It's not bad, it's going good. And That's all. What can I tell you? I wish I had more time to talk. Everything is limited.
What you said about the women having guns?
I think the women should have guns. I think the women need to learn how to shoot the gun. Because our men are all floating here and there. Sometimes you're alone. You have to have it. Girls should learn how to do it. Nothing wrong.
What about these dogs?
Now, I'll tell you about the dogs. Dogs have to be, I told you, in the day they must be tied. We gotta get dogs tied, even maybe night tied. but it has to be a way where they protect a little bit, but yet they don't run loose. They can't run loose to the Yeshiva. First of all, it's bad to run loose. Second of all, it causes fear. And then it's hefker. They do their job all over the place. And that brings diseases. That's all. It has to be a limit. It's a
What time
limit.
at night? After people sleep, it should be loose?
At least when people okay. But then, but they can't have, where's your dog running loose at night? You know what I mean? We gotta know what type of dog.